Hello lads, what you can see here is a video from my mate's channel that he also made when we went into this fort. Now, if you want to see that, the link will be in the description below, so check it out if you want to, it's pretty damn funny. Portsmouth Naval Base is one of the oldest serving dockyards in the entire of the United Kingdom. Defence of it has always been taken very seriously. Defence of the Solent in particular was a top priority, as it was the only way to access Portsmouth Harbour and the naval base itself. If an enemy were to overrun the Solent, the dockyard itself would be finished. This paranoia was kicked up a notch when the French threatened to go to war with the United Kingdom in the 19th century, meaning defences were built on both the eastern and western approaches to the Solent. But the war they were built to fight never happened, with all of these forts being given the nickname Palmerston's Follies. Today we will be exploring one of those forts that still remains abandoned to this day. It was built between the years 1863 and 1869, with final completion being in 1871. It was a semicircular arc fort housing 27 rifled breech-loading guns. The fort's outer-facing wall gave it some serious protection, with a granite face 14 foot thick protecting the casemates and the magazines at the time. This fort's primary purpose was to defend the western approach to Portsmouth Harbour, and also defend some closer anchorage points. Like most, if not all, of Portsmouth defences, this fort never saw action in the 19th century, and by the 20th century, 1902 to be exact, a refit was given the go-ahead for this fort. This refit saw the barracks rebuilt and the roof reworked. The original 27 rifled muzzle-loading guns were also taken out of the fort and replaced with 4 modern rifled breech-loading guns in their new batteries on the roof. The original granite outer wall of the fort also disappeared under an earth embankment as the casemates became ammo stores. Despite this modern refit, the guns were removed sometime after 1908. But this wasn't the end for the fort. In 1916, an early type of AA gun was mounted in one of the batteries on the roof, likely removed after the war ended. It then saw use in the Second World War, being armed with a 40mm Bofors AA gun and also being used by a signals unit in the build-up to D-Day. After coastal defence was abolished in 1956, it saw use as a plumber's workshop and later on as a radar station. It was bought by the local council in 1986 and stripped and emptied in 1995. Its name is Fort Gilkicker.
Well, here we are, boys. That was a fucking feat and a half. Well then, let's not just sit here, shall we? Welcome to Gilkicker. Head through that door.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
There's 2 up there.
This place was recently purchased for redevelopment. They were planning on building flats out of all the casemates. As you can see here. It's not actually as big as it looks. It's actually quite small. It's not even 100 metres across. But yes, they were planning on redeveloping this. And you'll see later one of the casemates they use to showcase the redevelopment ideas. Obviously that redevelopment fell through, or hasn't gone through yet, so I don't know. But it's also quite clear that they were going to start work because there's scaffolding supporting some of the old gun batteries that are clearly way too corroded to stand on. Yeah, it's just not looking in the best condition, sadly. Appears to have been a bit trashed, as you can see. At least it's still standing, hasn't been demolished, which is a good thing.
This part of the video is going to take you through the casemates level of Fort Gilkicker. These would have housed the original rifled muzzle-loading guns and also accommodation for the gun crews. However, the refit changed all of that, with concrete walls being added throughout, rooms being repurposed, and also gun mounts being bricked up.
So let's head into the first casemate. And already you've got these plimps in the floor, which I don't understand. And you can see how later on in the fort's life they bricked this casemate off, because there would have been a gun facing out this way. And you can see in the floor, if you look all the way along here, that's where the rails would have been, for the gun to swivel round. And also, that's what I think it is. Yes, that's where the shells would have come up from the basement. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fall down that myself. Fireplace right there. Ooh, spiral staircase. That's been fenced off as well, and that's been fenced off for quite some time. That's quite rusty. Yeah, I don't think I want to risk that. Here you have this, which looks like it was... Don't really know what they've cut this all the way off for. Still got some things on the wall. These sort of like... They're kind of like hangers almost. And they got that there as well. And you've got a hole in the wall where another beam like that one would have gone. Maybe some sort of workbench? Yeah, we can't really go any further this way, so... Yeah, that's actually quite a big fall. Yeah, we came in not that long ago and it appears to be more trashed. There's bits and pieces everywhere that wasn't there that long ago. Oh god, all this fencing's been kicked off. I remember that being up there last time I fucking checked. Right, now we'll do the centre casemates. Oh, well, I'm gonna have fun getting up this. Actually, you know what? So we come into this. In the first casemate up those stairs. So, what this is an ammo conveyor. And this was fitted after the main refit, by the looks of it, because it leads up to where one of the modern guns were. We'll probably show you once we do the top of the fort later. So, how this would work, you'd pop your shell there, and you'd very simply pop it on the conveyor like that, and you would wind it. You'd wind it with this handle, and it would send the rounds up. I suppose it's typical for 1906. And as you can see, the rest of the casemate has been sort of repurposed for ammo storage by the looks of it. Lots of, looks like modern concrete that's been added to the former brick casemate. I don't really know what these shapes in the wall are for. So you got this one here, and you got that one there. It might have formerly been open, but I don't really know. You see a door there that's also been concreted. A lot of modifications were made to this fort to bring it back up to modern standards. That one's concreted as well. Next casemate. You can see there the original. That might be the original. Yeah, this is the original wall that would have been on the inside and also on the outside of the fort as well. Would have just gone straight down to where the beach was. And if you look here, you see they've bricked this up and they've put an air shaft up there of some description. I don't know if this room is also for ammo storage or not, but It has been heavily modified, and also you've got concrete there as well. A lot of these casemates have been separated. Originally, you could have walked all the way through this, from one end to the other through the casemates, back when the fort was originally built, but they separated them off, presumably because some of the casemates were used for ammo storage. Some were actually used for ammo filling as well. And casemates like this one would have been where, I'm guessing, some sort of officer would have stayed. Sort of been modified just to be a tiny little room, really. Can you get through that way?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Got more casemates like this one. Oh, hello, there's pigeons. Hello. As you can see, these breeze blocks look really modern. Like, I don't know if these were put here during the redevelopment, maybe? I'm not sure. They just look too modern to be like part of the 1906 renovations. Got a hole in that one. Through we go. Oh, God. Oh, look at that. An ammo lift. Yeah, it's definitely an ammo lift. I think. Yeah, that goes all the way down to the basement. And it goes up to the top as well, I believe. Yeah, that was for supplying guns that were on the top. Can't go any further through that bit, so we're going to have to go to the other side over there. I will be back with you shortly. That would have been the original way in. What are you two doing up there then? Yeah. Right, these are quite modern. Or they've just been painted, so they look modern. Yeah, these stairs, I wouldn't dare go up them. Oh my God. Those weren't missing when we came here last time. A lot of the metal placements in this fort, sadly, are rusting away. Like, that one over there is being held up by scaffolding. That one's being held up by scaffolding too. A lot of these casemates are fenced off as part of the redevelopment. Some of these you still can't get into. Yeah, a lot of these ones are nothing important. They're all the same as on the other side, mostly. And you can see numbers on the wall. This one's quite different. Someone set a fire in here. This gun emplacement here appears to have the wall missing. Not got the original wall, nor has it got a refitted wall. It's got this, obviously, from where the bank was done. But it doesn't have anything here. It doesn't look like it would have had anything there either. The brickwork is... there's no disruption in the brickwork. Yeah, this has all been burnt out. This, believe it or not, was actually the room they used to showcase the redevelopment. See a table there where something would have been, or well, it's a bit makeshift really if you look at it. And here you can see sort of an exhibition bit where you can see bits and pieces that, well, would have been part of the redevelopment showcase. Like this. That's what they were planning on doing. Be interesting really, but at the same time, this place should really be opened as a museum if they could restore it. But to be honest, looking at the condition of some of these casemates and the barracks, oh God, I got to do the barracks later. Yeah, there's some bits that really are going to be a bit difficult to save. Spiral stairs there as well. I'm not going to go in there. And an ammo lift as well, again, on the other side for the other gun. With the doors this time. Although this one has been a bit... yeah, this one's been a bit trashed, it's fallen apart.
Originally, Gilkicker's magazines held ammunition for almost all of the guns above, utilising a multitude of shell passages and lifts to keep the guns readily supplied. It appears the magazines were also heavily altered during the refit. It is likely that some of them were still used for ammo storage, but I cannot be too sure.
So here comes the basement. I guarantee you this is more trash than the last time we came here. Big boy torch, activate.
This is where the fun begins.
Yes. So, you can tell here the structure was also altered during the refit. And yeah, a lot of you can see the original structure of some of these rooms that has been altered at some point. So, let's show you what's down in the basement, shall we? So, you got a room like this one. You got an identical one that's on the other side of the basement as well. This room would have originally been shell storage, but later on, when it was refitted, I don't know what it was for. Let's continue. Some of these boards are rotten, so not really that confident. You got these modern light. This was probably done when they were showcasing redevelopment or something. I'm not sure. Another room like this one as well, but this time you got no floor, just straight down to concrete. That would have been a door at some point, or something. That's been concreted.
Well, come on, boys, you ready? Let's boot in.
Yeah.
Through here was this room. You can't really. I don't really know what's in this room, to be honest, but it's been walled off anyway, and there's no other way in. There's another identical room as well, like this one on the other side. We'll get to that. Look at this. There's airsoft BBs. Someone's been playing like an unofficial game of airsoft here. Oh look, one of the ammo lifts. The trashed one that people have chucked on this ground.
Let's turn this.
God, you can try if you want.
No, I ain't bothering.
Still got the some of the original sign work as well. That's nice to see. But yeah, I might be wrong about what the basement was used for, because by the looks of it, ammo was probably stored down here, even when the fort was refitted and it was taking up these lifts. There's not any winding mechanism apart from the bottom. Part of the lift structure as well. Even the bricks look different compared to the wall. Yep, identical room on the other side of the fort. We've gone past the middle by now. Yeah, look at these floors. They're going.
I'll give you a fiver if you dump
What's that? Is that a shower or something? I don't actually want to go in there.
Nah, I'm not going in that. And here we come to the identical room on the other side of the fort as well, that's been walled off for some reason. A little bit flooded by the looks of it, I can see. I wouldn't want to go in that, to be honest. I don't know why they did. Oh, yeah, this is some kind of hatch, it says. And you get in here, you get in this room. That's strange. I don't really know what that would have been for. And then through this wood barricade, you got the other ammo lift. Where does this one? Oh, okay, yep. This is. They've dumped all kind of shit down it. And then we come to the end along here.
Gilkicker's original barracks block consisted of rooms for officers and their servants, as well as artillery stores on each end and a shell filling laboratory on the western end. However, these barracks saw alterations from their original state in roughly 1908 to 1910, as they became a married quarters for another nearby fort.
Right, so we've got to enter the barracks, and I'm going to be honest, I hate this part of the fort, because if you look at it, here, just come in here. Look at these. These are not safe in the slightest. Floors are falling through as well. The floorboards are gone on the top floor. That's terrifying. And you've got coat hangers on the wall and stuff. There's still a fair bit of stuff left. This is a bit eerie. Oh, I found a toilet. And they've obviously gone and graffitied it. Also a water tank, probably. Looks like something like that. Another room. Small one this time. And then you've got this. There's a whole bunch of desks here, and it smells like these are what's been burnt recently. But yeah, you've got rooms like these. The barracks, throughout the barracks, it's pretty much identical. These rooms all follow the same pattern throughout the barracks between the stairwells that this place has.
Your one. That's alright, as long as you're on this there.
Oh god, this is in really bad condition. It's identical the same way, it's just mirrored basically.
I do apologise for the noise.
Okay, maybe it's not mirrored, or maybe it is.
If no one knew we were in here, they definitely do now.
Yeah. Got a water tank up there, and sink here and all that. A fair amount of this is actually intact, just the building itself is just in really poor condition. Like,
We actually did this part of the building last time.
no, we didn't. The floor's gone as well, look. There's no floorboards there. And now to go up the stairs of death. Who wants to go first then?
I'll do it.
Up you go. Well, I'm confident so far. You're fatter than me.
Oh, hang on, fuck.
Yeah, some of these are screwed. Just watch how you step. Oh my god, that one's really slanted, and that one went right beneath me. I can feel that bending.
Oh, no. Come on.
You got rifle slits here that they sort of put windows over, and you can see out to the front of the fort.
Oh my god, it's Jim.
Look, we found Jim.
I haven't seen you in ages, mate. I ain't seen you in ages, mate. How you been, yeah? Oh, my god, look, it's cunt.
Bloody hell, how?
No, cunt.
Oh, can't I do, mate?
Got a room. That looks like a shower of some type.
Oh, it is raining.
Yeah. Now this room is fucked though. Like, this wall here. Well, this was a wall. You can see where it's been knocked out, and obviously all the debris. And the floor's gone as well, and there's nails sticking up. This place is just in such bad condition. If I was like some guy who got told, "Hey, you need to restore this fort," God knows how much I'd quote for this.
Oh, you'd have to knock down the building, mate. You couldn't
No,
restore it.
this building is not structurally sound, and I really would not recommend going in here. Goes all the way down that, all the way to the other end. Here we come. Oh my god, that is just. Yeah, you can see what I'm on about when I say this building is not structurally sound at all. And I personally don't want to go any further than this. See where the ceiling's gone there as well, look at that. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh god, that's even worse going down. Won't be surprised, like in a few years, these staircases are gone and you can't get up to the top floor anymore. And it's raining. Quite a view. Look at that. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's better than this. That's lovely, yeah.
Gilkicker's original roof is very different from the one you can see today. The original roof had a large upper battery with positions for 5 heavy rifled muzzle-loading guns. No trace of this original battery was left, as it was demolished to make way for 4 modern rifled breech-loading gun positions and their accompanying systems. At some point, a radar tower and a signalling station were put on the roof to help direct civilian vessels through the Solent. The station itself is gone, but the radar tower still stands.
This has fallen down. So this was one of the batteries. One of the eastern batteries. Yeah, this roof was majorly reworked. You can see stairs leading up to things that aren't there anymore. Metal plates that are hanging around. That's probably some sort of shell passage, I'm gonna guess. Yes, it was. Don't know if that's old or new. Something went here. Some sort of crane or something went here. Some sort of lifting system, I don't know. Because you've got these big beams as well. I just don't know what these are. And sadly, they're not really in the best condition to really tell. You've got something in here. A little room here. Someone would have been in here, that's for sure. You got the second gun battery, similar to the other one with the shell passage over there as well. And then the stairs leading up to something that would have been here. I don't know what that would have been. Quite overgrown now, looks a bit desolate to be honest, and we got bolts sticking out. And also, ooh, that shell conveyor you saw earlier. Yeah, this is where it led, up to this gun. It's pretty cool actually. Now this was part of the radar station, this charred out mess. That was actually set on fire quite recently if I recall. It looks quite recent as well. Don't know what that was. Another sort of crane system there I think that sticks out. Oh god, tetanus. There you got a modern electronic system that would have gone up to that radar. Now this is the main battery. The let's just say rust has done its job on that. Yeah, rust has done a massive job on that. That's going through, falling apart. But a massive gun would have been here. And also, that's one of the tops of one of the shell lifts as well. Massive bolts again, overgrowth. I don't know what this was, but it's some pit of some kind. Someone else might know, I'm not an expert on guns of the era. Sort of refuges of some sort. Then from the gun mount, and you got this channel that goes like all the way along to here. Perhaps it was for shell loading or something, I'm not sure really. Look at all this. This is all the rust. This is all the rusted metal. That's how bad it is. These stairs you probably could use. They look alright. The stairs over there, you can see they've literally fallen through even at the top. So that's a recipe for catastrophe. Oh god, a tree in the way. Oh damn, this is annoying. There we go. Another crane system? Yeah, you can see the part of the pulley or something like that would have been on it. And the other shell lift. And you have the final gun battery here. This channel that sort of runs out all the way along. Same as the other one we just saw. Well, like I said, I don't quite know what they were for. Oh Jesus. There's a ladder there that you would climb down. I don't know what that would have been for. That's a good like 6-7 foot. I don't want to go down that. Oh my god, look at that. No wonder that's being held up by scaffolding. That's part of the gun emplacement as well. And holy crap, that is just... I wouldn't go near that with a 10-foot barge pole. Now I've got to get up this. I'll be back. So there you have it, lads. That's Gilkicker for you. And it's very nice to actually see a fort like this. It's very, you don't really get many of this particular style around here, but it's good I can actually see it in all its former glory before it falls apart, because look at the condition of it. It's quite sad that it's been smashed to bits by vandals, because I mean the corrosion's already doing a massive job of that. This place was, we did this quite quickly as well. I don't see us returning here, to be quite honest. It's not that big, but it's something. And I hope I could have shown you some insight into this place. That'll be all from me.